how do you manage to maintain your energy and take care of yourself while you're traveling, moving from place to place, staying in different people's homes sometimes, and just being very busy and on the road? How do you manage that kind of thing day to day?
I think you have to value time. You can't get complacent. Obviously, when we meditate and we go into deep states, you reach kind of a timeless feeling where you don't really notice how hours are flowing by or minutes. But it's important to respect that framework of the material reality that we're in and its limitations. And if you start doing that and you just keep a little bit aware, not too much that you're stressed, but a little bit, then you can be quite efficient and you just manage your time. And the other biggest thing is just to relax, and in between just try to have little naps, take it a bit easy, try to clear your mind. Obviously, because we meditate and our work is Kirtan and medicine work and healing work and yoga and breath work, we're doing that along with whoever joins us. So we already get that depth of relaxation and introspection, and that keeps us pretty fresh, I'd say.
Fantastic. Anything else would you like to add to that, Shamir?
I think for me, what I've learned, and being on the go, being in motion, in movement, has been part of my journey for many, many years. But I've really learned over the last years to resource my energies better. In the past, maybe I would push towards my limits into the direction of what people could call burnout, maybe. But then realizing what Cam shared as well in regards to meditation, like one aspect of meditation is that it brings in stillness. And even if we are in motion, if we can anchor and ground into that stillness that is within, then we can be moving really fast and to many places, but we still feel very still within. And therefore the motion doesn't drain or exhaust in a way if we were like not in the presence of like inner stillness, and that makes a big difference.
Fantastic. And do you have particular practices, your own kind of routines in terms of meditation, prayer, yoga, etc.? Do you have things that you do on a daily basis, and are you able to maintain those when you're on the road and traveling? Do you do things at a set time, or do you adapt to the circumstances?
I think you have to adapt, because if you get rigid about things, that becomes like a stressor. So you have to have fluidity, and Shamir said it really brilliantly, having that stillness and cultivating that. And so we have our own mantra, breath work practices. And even with myself, because I've been on this path quite a while now, I just wake up automatically early, and my mind will just wake up. There's nothing I can do. Even if I'm tired, I'll wake up. And then instead of fighting that, sometimes I'll read the news, I'll do something, read my emails, read messages, deal with things for the day early on. But I'd say at least half of that time I'm just meditating. And I try to at least get half an hour in early hours of the morning. And that kind of gives me a lot of stillness that, in the morning, like now generally I'll be quiet. And I start my work on a day-to-day basis around 10 and midday. And it's because I want to be in silence in the morning and not really speak to anybody or kind of give energy out. And then I plan my day like that, and then that stops me, like Shamir was saying, burning out. Because we're constantly with people. I think this year I was with people every single day other than one day. So you imagine every single day, a group of people or an event, somebody at your house, you're treating somebody. It's not a problem. I feel really blessed that I can do that, and the connection with people is very important for me. But equally, to be alone and having that solitude, silence, cultivating that, it's a big medicine. And having a routine with that every day, that's really what keeps you going. Doing some mantra, breath work, alternate nasal breathing, just deep breathing, even when I'm driving. Like on the way here yesterday, I was trying to get 5-10 minutes in, and I'm counting myself on the clock, because I know how tricky the mind can be. You can, oh, I've done a minute, I feel better, but you're not going to reach that depth. And just what else am I going to do if I'm sitting in the car? And then I use that time wisely to find that grounding and stillness, so we can continue on, and so that I can give the best part of myself to people. I'm not stressed, not irritated, I'm with the flow, I'm in a serene state. That's also important, and that, I think it builds your confidence. And then you're easy with people, you know you're not going to freak out, you know you're not going to get angry, you're not going to get stressed, and you start trusting yourself and you start building more resilience. But if you keep the discipline, so discipline is key, but your attitude is also key. You could be stressing about the discipline and being really rigid about it, then that's become another problem. So it's about having that kind of just that balance, that equilibrium, that equanimity, the sweet spot, and realizing when you're away from that. And if you're away from that, just taking some time to take it easy and just find it again.
Mm-hmm. I like that you said equanimity there, which was a key word which came up for me when doing Vipassana meditation last year, the 10-day meditation retreat. And it was actually said there that when we practice meditation, when we maintain equanimity more of the time, that can actually mean that we don't even need so much sleep, and that people tend to need more sleep, or the common person needs a certain amount of sleep because their mind is probably working too much a lot of the time, so they need more time to rest and sleep. And maybe if you're in more of a meditative, equanimous state more of the time, then maybe you don't even need so much sleep. Is that something that you've found yourself? So?
Yeah, definitely. I think that equanimity, that relaxed state, has a direct influence on our physiology and our bodily functions, right? If we see stress makes the adrenaline go up and our body burns much more energy. And if we are in a balanced, relaxed state, in that state of equanimity, we will exhaust much less energy. So it definitely makes sense. And you see yogis in India, I met some yogis that sleep 1-2 hours a day, and that's enough, because they are in such a state of peace, inner tranquility, that their body is not exhausting any energy. So it definitely makes sense and resonates, yeah.